Heidi hi campers. Well, I guess you're all expecting a ranty rant told you so video. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But now maybe after the revelations of the last 24 hours or so, you can understand why I've been a bit ranty at times. When you put up with that sort of, the only way I can describe it, shit on a daily basis for the best part of a year, it gets to you. And while my bubble still hasn't been burst, it does get to you. And you just try and find a way to make it stop. Sorry, someone's trying to call me. My only avenue of making it stop has been to get it out of my system on YouTube. And the reason I get it out of my system on YouTube is so that I don't get it out of my system in other avenues, such as being snappy with the missus or the kids, which isn't fair on them. So yeah, I've been ranty. Now I always have been a bit Marmite, and I always do speak my mind, but I'm not usually quite as ranty as I have been. And now you can see from some of the stuff that's been going on, the type of messages and the type of stuff I've been putting up with, and the amount of blocking I've had to do from said person just to have another account pop up where he's got another sock puppet and another fake account, and it wears you down. Now, some of the revelations in these messages, I mean, I knew it was bad and I knew he had a grudge against me. I didn't realise how deep that went. Sorry, it's a bit chilly and windy out here this morning. I didn't realise how deep that went. I didn't realise how much of an obsession it was with him. And it clearly was an obsession. And this has come through so many different places now. And I'll be the first to say, the first people to spring to mind with all of this has been ANC Koi and the Koi Zone crew. And I received a phone call the other day from a member of Koi Zone saying they'd had a phone call purporting to be a friend of mine, and all the vile things I'd said, or allegedly said. That person also told me that this trolling was nothing to do with Koi Zone. And I went, yeah, of course, nothing like a good double bluff to clear your name. But I actually believe them now. I actually believe that it is nothing to do with Koi Zone. In fact, I think the whole Koi war, in inverted commas, that has been going on for the last 12 months or more has been perpetuated by a single person, because that drama can make him look like a white knight, and him sorting out the problems and everything, and he knows who it is and he'll sort it out. It's been said many times. Now, it doesn't surprise me that this person had an issue with me, because I called him out on so many things. But the depth of that issue is scary, very scary. And I've said in the past that this person has threatened to be at my house when I'm not here waiting for me. And I was a single voice saying all this about this man. And now there are many voices. And there is what I would deem to be solid proof, him in his own voice. Now he keeps bringing me up into this. My only part in this in the last 24 hours, or 48 hours, was to be in a Discord group that he was invited into. He wasn't ambushed, he was invited into. He was asked to come into the Discord group because someone wanted to speak to him and show him what he'd been sent. He wasn't ambushed at all. I didn't actually realise that Mr. Webb was coming into that Discord group until he came in. And then afterwards, I saw the message inviting him into the Discord group, which he then came and joined. He wasn't ambushed. He was told that he was going to be shown some stuff that had been sent. So it wasn't an ambush. I don't know how anyone can take a word this man now says as truth, especially after the Kaz's video, where she plainly says at the start of it, Gary isn't here, he's gone out, and yet you can see his shadow moving across the walls 10 seconds into the video. And then he pops up at the end going, well, actually I am here. That's a blatant lie. Yeah. And they put it out there as a blatant lie, and they've posted it. They've proved they're lying. So, I don't know. I find it all very sad, really, that somebody has that little in their life that they can spend that amount of time orchestrating such a big thing. And this has hurt. It's affected me, it's affected my family. You know, it really has. And that's not a nice place to be. And I know it's affected other people and other people's families. The hurt this has caused to many people is beyond a joke. It's not even close to funny. Now, I wish it hadn't happened. I wish none of it had happened. It's like there's this gleeful gotcha moment about my sex business. Well, I don't have a sex business. And it's not a gotcha moment, because if you go and look at Google Maps for Skegness Pond Supplies, you'll see that at the same location there is the workshop of Impact Toys. For over a decade I've been a whip maker, as in bull whips and that sort of thing. And I've made bull whips for films and for TV programmes, stage performers, burlesque acts like Monster Cirque, Diva Hollywood, who's a very big burlesque act. I've made whips for street performers like Todd Various, who does the Royal Mile in Edinburgh and Edinburgh Fringe. In fact, I taught Todd Various to make whips. And it's not a big secret. If you're on my Facebook, right at the top of the page it says proprietor of. And there's my Facebook page there. And my Facebook page to do with the business. It's not a secret, it's something I've done for over a decade. And I don't hide it. You can ask several people who know me relatively well on here. Yeah. They all know that I make whips. Now, if you want to giggle like a pair of school kids with a copy of Playboy round the back of the bike sheds, that's up to you. But let's say I had a shelf full of dildos. Doesn't matter, I'm an adult. Ann Summers have made a very good high street business selling dildos. In fact, I'd hazard a guess that your missus has probably been to an Ann Summers party. And by God, they get a bit crazy. Yeah? But it's not a dirty little secret. Yeah? Everybody does it, funnily enough. Whether you're bi, straight, gay, whatever, everybody has sex. Well, apart from people who don't have sex, of course, through choice or through some form of disability. But it's not a dirty little secret. Most of the population have sex. Most of the population of women have sex toys. It's a multi-billion pound business in this country. Yeah, so what? Even if I'm selling dildos from a great big shop window in my back garden, who cares? Makes no difference. It's not a gotcha moment. Yeah, it's a business. Yeah, making whips is a business. Why go to Denmark? Because I get paid a lot of money to go and teach people to use whips. No, I don't have a sex toy business in Denmark. I've got a very good friend who's got one. Yeah. But I get paid a lot of money to go and teach people to crack a whip. I get an all expenses paid trip to Denmark. Yeah. It's what I do for a living. That thing called a job. Yeah. The pond supply business, yeah. Why did I set up the pond supply business? Because in COVID, yeah, the whip business dropped off to virtually nothing. Because funnily enough, it's linked to the arts and entertainment industries that were totally shut down for 2 years. So I had to find something else to look after my missus and my kids and pay the bills. And that's why I've been kicking off, because you've been affecting my business by slagging me off. Not anymore. Not anymore. This has hurt massively. And to think I gave you chance after chance after chance, and I listened to your pleas of, I was ill, it's my medication, I hadn't slept that night, and I unblocked you 4 or 5 times just to put up with the same shit. I gave you the chances, I gave you the opportunities, and on the last time I went no more. No more. And you still pestered and bugged me to unblock you. And I went, no, not doing it. I'm not letting you into my personal space. So what happened? You start ringing my business number. You start ringing Skegness Pond Supplies to talk to me. It's a business number, not a general chit chat and slag everybody off number. I've now been receiving phone calls to my other business phone number saying, oh, is this the sex business? Now I thought this was a bit weird, but those voice messages now tell me where that is coming from. It's not a sex business, it's a whip making business. So when they ring up and say, oh, we're coming to see the sex shop, yeah, I don't have a sex shop, I have a workshop where I make whips from. So I smelt a rat straight away. But now I know where that rat came from those voice messages. Because it's you that calls it a sex shop. You see, you've got to get your facts straight. If you're interested, the website is www.impact-toys.com. Go and have a look at the whips I make. Yeah? I have no problem at all. I'm not hiding anything. I just don't think it's appropriate on a koi channel to mix the two. And to be quite honest, what I do in my life is none of your goddamn business. But there you go. You want to look at my sex business? Feel free. I have no problem with that at all. If you're on my Facebook, you knew about it anyway. It's right at the bloody top of my profile, proprietor of. Yeah? So your gotcha moment isn't a gotcha moment. Anyway, guys, I'm just really quite sad. I'm glad it's all come out. And yeah, for me, the evidence is conclusive because I've had many conversations with Gary Webb. I know his voice very well and I know the way he speaks. I feel sorry for all the other people that have been dragged into it behind the scenes, and the other people that have been used and their name pulled through the dirt as well. But I'm just going to leave it there. I just wanted to put a video out just to really sum up how I've been feeling. And to the people that I've thought in my own mind, and not even verbally accused of, but thought in my own mind, yeah, right, that's you. And I'll tell you who it is, it's Koi Zone crew. I actually apologise because I think a lot of this hasn't actually been you guys. And I know some of you have told me that, but I'm actually starting to believe that now, that a lot of it isn't you guys. So I've thought it, now I'm going to verbalise it. Yeah, I apologise for my thoughts of thinking it was you, because I'm actually starting to believe it wasn't. So that's all I've got to say on it. Ciao guys.